All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Peak Performance Podcast. We have a very special episode.
This is episode 18.
Is it 18 or 19?
This is 18.
I think I just did 18. Oh,
This is 18. This is
welcome-
episode 18
yeah. Welcome back to episode 18.
of the Peak Performance Podcast.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentle folks.
Yeah. So let's just be honest. We recorded one episode. We're actually one episode behind. But
Yeah.
apparently some of the music that we shared, because we were talking about our gym playlist.
Yeah.
So you guys don't get to see our gym playlist because there was copyright, blah, 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 blah. Like
Yeah.
we can't, apparently we can't just like show or
No.
play the music on there.
Nah.
So you guys don't get to hear our gym playlist.
Yeah.
But what you
mad at
probably
YouTube.
could do is like you could break it up into shorts and stuff and share it on your personal social media platforms.
Probably, but the thing is when I load it up to YouTube, it'll do copyright stuff. Oh wait, I get what you're saying. Just
Just
Instagram.
on IG. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
just
Yeah,
so-
but are you only allowed to play just a little portion of the song without it to be being?
No, I don't. I think it's like. I think the the YouTube guidelines or whatever is like it's weird because you have to like be adding something to the context of it or something like you do that. You see the guys that do like the music reactions, like
Yeah.
a music teacher reacts to Disturbed or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll play like a part of the song and they'll be like blah 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 blah, talk to the camera and then continue
Yeah,
playing and
yeah.
be like, oh yeah, that sounds great, this is blah 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 blah, and they'll
Right.
talk about it and then
Yep.
they'll go back to playing. I
Yep.
think that's what you have to do in order for it to like not be a copyright strike, but I don't
Yeah.
actually know.
Right.
I'm sure there's some weird YouTube effery going on
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
If you guys know in the comments, let us know. You know.
Yeah.
But today is special because we added 2 new hosts to the podcast. Kim, Justin's angry wife that you always hear. in the background. And my wife, Monica, she's always in the audience in the background, just, giving her 2 cents. Kim gives her 2 cents. So we said, you know what? Because they always have valuable input and we love them, we might as well just mic them up.
That's so sweet.
Well, we mic'd him up. We mic'd her up last
Yeah.
2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Well, last episode now because this would
Right.
be 18. So it's 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mic'd her up,
Yeah.
and then now you get to see what I get to see every night before I go to bed.
Precious.
My precious.
Hi, precious. Is that how you look at her every night before you go to bed? My precious. Just
Yeah.
over.
Yeah,
over
just
her?
like giant
That's-
googly eyes in my hands, just like covering her face.
Essentially.
That's kind of creepy. I don't know. Precious.
Did you wash your hands?
Yo, if y'all don't know, Kim is a big germaphobe. When it comes to hands to the face, that's a privilege.
That is.
Yep.
I've earned it.
Yep. But so
So remember what I said? How I wanted to tell you something before I started recording?
Yeah.
Or once we started.
yeah,
So back to becoming not fat again.
you get cutting.
We're sending it.
Are you?
We're sending it.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's the goal now?
I just vascular abs again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably feel. I mean, you probably don't feel bad right now.
I'm not gonna feel bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fantastic the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be angry and hungry.
Which is great for me. it's just superb.
Yep. So what are you trying to get down to? 215 again?
Yeah, probably around there.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
So what's that regimen look like?
It's gonna look like a lot. Well, so I'm gonna just stick to the regular food that I eat, and I'll just drop all the extra sugary, ice creamy,
The goodie stuff.
bulky goodness.
Yeah.
yeah, and then just stick to the regular stuff, and
You
it'll
gonna-
be plenty of a deficit. Jack up rucking.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
And-
ask that if you're gonna
yeah.
start rocking again.
Yeah, I'll probably start rucking and then post lift cardio, probably in the form of boxing or something along those
okay.
lines. Yeah.
Bro, can I tell you?
Time to get back into fighting shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Can I tell you this past weekend I did a really good so Monica's been laughing at me all weekend
Are we
because
talking Panda Bear?
No. Oh, no, we had to bring that up. All right, we can talk about that. But hold on. Yeah, no, we'll get there. But she's been laughing at me because Friday I did a really, really good leg session.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I came home and I did 10,000 steps right on an incline, right, almost immediately after.
Damn.
No. I'm sorry. I took Knox to go train with JR, and then when I came back, I did my 10,000 steps. Just
Time
straight.
out. Knox is training with JR now?
Yeah,
Once a week on Fridays.
Yo,
Hell yeah,
yo, and
dude.
he's doing good. He's doing good. Within the first hour that he spent with JR, his agility, he's just
Yeah, he improved.
he's picking up.
Yeah.
He picks it up fast just because he's very coachable, you know. We trained
That's
a little bit
awesome.
today, but so when we came back from training with JR, I got hopped on the treadmill, did my 10,000 just in one shot. The very next day, I woke up and I was like, "Yo, my calves are on fire." So,
Yep.
during my leg day, I did heavy calf raises.
Oh, damn.
I just went until I was like, oh, I just like feel that burn, right?
Yeah.
You know, I never feel like my calves, like I can just keep putting the weight on, and I never feel like I can fail out. I mean, I'm sure that I can, right? But I'm just like, my calves are very well built. That I can. That's like one of my favorite parts of my body. My calves are very well built. Thanks to Dad. Thanks, Dad.
Got that mountain calf.
Yeah. So,
Your legs in general.
yeah. She tells me all the time when I,
Tree trunks.
yeah. She got that on camera.
I
I
did.
did. Yeah. I tried to be quiet. She ruined it.
Did I know?
So anyways, the next day, I got up and I was like, yo, my calves are wicked sore,
Yep.
but I still got to do my 10,000.
Good.
So I hopped on, did my 10,000 incline all in one shot, right? Yeah. So then I got off, Knox and I went to the gym and just going. So I had to hop off midway through the treadmill because I started cramping pretty bad. I was like, all right. So I went downstairs.
Calves or quads?
My
Or
quads
hammies?
started.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, my quad
Yeah,
started.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I was like, ah.
Dude,
I was
quad
like,
cramps are terrible.
they're horrible. They're horrible. So I hopped off, had me a nanner, waited a little bit, and then hopped back on, finished it off, and it was fine. I got off. Knox and I ended up going to the gym. And as we were walking around the gym, I could just start feeling like my calves just, dude, oh, they hurt so bad. So we got home, we got something to eat, sat down for a little bit, not long, maybe an hour, but it was just enough for the muscle to cool down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I stood back up and these things just felt so stiff. It was horrible. I was walking like I needed crutches the entire week. And I was like, oh, my calves. She comes downstairs. Not even just my calves were hurting, like my glutes and everything. She comes down. She goes, what's up, babe? I was like, oh,
Yes.
like nearly dropped me, bro.
Vulnerable. Take advantage.
She's like, I
That's
can take
right.
advantage of you so bad right now. But is it taking advantage?
I mean, you can't take advantage of the willing.
You can't.
No.
You can't. So
Facts.
Fair.
I would just be like, oh no, not again.
Oh, no.
Poor me. But yeah, so today is the first day where I can like actually massage them and stuff. But like that was the first time in a long time where I was like handicapped, dude. You know,
Good.
like I couldn't Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Sunday I couldn't even do my 10,000, dude, because every time I started walking, I was like, it was on that verge of like, did I strain something? Did I pull something?
Yeah.
I don't know. But let's just see if it heals up, you know? So but yeah, it's my
Oh, that's also going to get added too. So I also started taking glutathione,
Okay.
and L-carnitine is currently en route.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah,
I haven't taken L-carnitine.
I'm also
in
going to be
forever.
I'm also going to be a pincushion because that's all injectable. Like,
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's how the best way to get L-carnitine in and the best way to get glutathione in
Nice.
is through injections.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that is also going to be a thing. Glutathione. So the main reason that I'm doing it is because I want to reduce inflammation
Yeah.
in my body and joints and everything. Everything
Yeah.
is just I'm just so heavy, dude.
Yeah, and
just-
that's
you feel
actually
it
really
after.
good for detoxing too.
What, glutathione?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's really good for
Yeah,
detoxing.
it's a massive, like, if you punish your liver, like
Yeah.
like if you take oral stuff or whatever, if you punish your liver, glutathione is like a great way to get it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, dude, I can't wait to see it. Like, I already know. Like,
Yeah.
when Justin say he's going to do something, it's never like, oh well, we'll see if he does it. It's
Yeah.
like, I can't wait because he's going to do it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's never halfway.
It's never halfway. He sends it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And probably to just feel good again.
she is too.
So do you have a timeline? Like, when are you like, I want to be this body percent by?
No, I'm just gonna just go until I'm satisfied. But it,
Yeah.
like, I don't see it taking longer than 3 months.
Yeah.
So 12 weeks.
So what are you at right now?
Body weight,
Yeah.
250.
What do you think your body percent is? Don't be
You can-
nice to yourself.
You can just barely see abs, so maybe like 18 or 20.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably somewhere in there.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, maybe I'll post a picture because I got pictures
Of
when you were like 10%. 10% body fat.
Shredded.
Yeah. So if you guys, maybe I'll post it up here so you guys can see. He can do it. He doed it before.
He done do
before.
it.
He done doed it
He
before.
done doed it.
So he gonna do it again.
I would like for it to be like 8 weeks,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah.
8 weeks would be a real push.
So the big question is,
yeah.
the one that you and I have a very hard time with, how are you going to react if you start losing strength in a gym?
Dude, it's already happened because of my shoulder, right? So
I forgot about
so I'm
that.
done. Like, it's already done.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
might as well just embrace it,
Yeah.
let it heal, go lighter,
Yeah.
and in the meantime, become way more athletic and lean.
Yeah. You have more what do I want to say? You're better than I am because like I get stubborn.
Yeah.
I get
He
stubborn.
is
don't
stubborn.
I?
He doesn't get it. He's just stubborn all the time.
Yeah. As soon as I feel like, oh, my shoulder's better, let me go heavy again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come up
Yeah.
like, babe. She'd be like, why don't you just let it heal?
Yeah.
Just let it heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it, dude.
Yeah.
I get that way too. When I'm
I
pushing,
get it too, sis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They don't listen.
Yeah.
No, they
Dude,
don't.
I'm getting like, I'm to the point where I'm like, just now being able to approach the 100-pound dumbbells again.
yeah.
Like I'm like, I could probably do,
What, overhead or incline or
both.
okay.
Both.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So like, and I can feel a little bit of pain in my shoulder. And I'm like, mid-set, I'm like, I should probably drop them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could probably get 3 more. You know what I mean? And it's that constant battle,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So
The other day, dude, I went to the gym and I literally walked in. I grabbed like the 25s and started like trying to warm up my chest, and that thing was just having none of
Where-
it. Like
where are you
on
feeling
incline
it?
bench.
where are you feeling it?
It's like up top / like right. If you just dig right, that actually feels great.
Is it impingement? Impingement,
I don't
AC
think
joint?
I probably AC.
When you go like this? Is it pinch right there?
Yeah, let's not do that.
So it's probably your AC joint.
Probably.
That's what I had over here.
Probably.
Yeah, dude,
would
I
have
had
to.
the AC joint, the SC joint, rotator cuff.
Was that with the bow?
The rotator cuff was AC joint was from football. SC joint was just too much benching or overhead pressing in general. But normally, what you can do is you could a lot of times if you're feeling the pain, it might not be, it might just be like frozen. So just doing some exercises to get it moving again helps. So like if I bench too much, I can start feeling my SC joints start to freeze up.
Okay.
And I'll start to do, like just the basic movements of, if I'm going up, I'll actually push up on that collarbone. So your SC joint all the way to your AC joint, I'll just start pushing up. And then even going back, I'll push it back and you can feel it move. Like you can feel the difference between your left and your right one.
Yeah, so like this is this is where it's a little weird, is like I'll be standing there just like regular, arms relaxed at my side, and it feels like this thing just like drops lower than my other side, and I'm
It
like,
sounds like your AC
I'm
joint.
like, oh god.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like the AC joint.
Yeah.
That's what I had, like I said, with this one.
Yeah.
I thought it was bicep tendonitis.
It could be.
because
It's all located
it's
right there.
right here.
But the fact that he says that it feels like it's just dropping,
Yeah.
I feel like it's more AC joint.
Hmm.
You know, because that AC joint, it's very small. It doesn't take much for it to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, pulling 700 pounds will do that. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
which
like I
that's
said.
when it started hurting him,
Yeah.
is when he started pulling 700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, like, man, I love lifting heavy, but it just ruined my joints. It really did, you know. And now I'm creeping up to the somewhat heavy zone again, you know, after my rehabbing my shoulder.
Right, right.
And now it's like, do I want to keep going there, or do I just, like you said, just get athletic as possible?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it from a different point of view too, is like, it's great being able to be strong. However, I also want to be able to just move humans at will.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
that-
pretty sweet.
Like I can't just be strong. You gotta like also
Agile.
have some sort of athleticism, and like where you're not gonna just like blow something off the bone because you
Right.
move too fast in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not functional at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started doing this is what I was saying to Monica. Another reason why I feel like maybe my calves were acting up is because the entire week I started doing pushing the sled.
Yeah.
Oh
Sled.
yeah, that'll do it,
Pushing
dude.
the sled.
That'll smoke you.
Dude, I was just doing laps up and down, up and down, up and down until I feel like I was going to just pass out.
When's
Because
the
I just
last time you've done that?
what's that?
When's the last time you've done
Sit
that?
before this week?
Yeah.
Because I just started this week.
Yeah.
When I was 25.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, but it feels good. It feels good to just be gassed,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
But fun, man. You know what I mean? We got new things coming.
Yeah. I can't wait for
Yeah.
the little six pack again.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have one. It's just not as
Yeah. It's like
refined.
peeking
Right.
through the blinds right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be out there one day.
Yeah, dude.
I'll see the light.
Yeah, in like 2-3 months, that thing will just be walking outside naked. You know what I mean? Not peeking out the blinds anymore. It's
Okay.
just
All
outside.
right. Just going to get the newspaper
Yeah,
casually.
you know.
Sipping the coffee.
Slow reading
Yeah,
this time.
Yeah. Yep. So cool. So, it's funny, you know, we're obviously it's a fitness-based podcast. You know what Monica and I were talking about this morning? We were talking about why. Do you want to share? Do you have that post by chance?
It's on my phone.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's being used.
Yeah.
So the post talked about why is gluttony the most overlooked sin in the church?
Yo, you know what? So a lot of people may not like this, but I'm not gonna say anything right now.
You can't do
You
that.
can't lead with that, man.
You can't do that.
There are not a lot of very fit Christians. I see a lot of fat people running around churches,
Yeah.
and it kind of infuriates me.
Yeah.
And I think part of that problem is exactly that.
Wow.
And I think some of that is gluttony for sure.
Yeah.
But what did the thing say?
So it just said, you know, oh man, it was a really long post. It was
It was just talking about being a spiritual attack.
yeah, like how Satan attacks the body, you know, because
Bro, yeah, this has been on my mind all week, yeah.
yeah, so Satan, and it brings me back to one of the very first episodes we did where we asked each other,
Mind, body, spirit?
do you think it's mind, body, spirit? Which one comes first? Like now that I've really dwelled on it, I think it's situational, right? Because Satan attacks the physical first because that's where we house. That's how we show our discipline,
Yeah.
right? With what we do
Okay.
fleshly, and that's why there's Christians. If the Holy Spirit, if our body is the temple for the Holy Spirit, we should be treating that thing like the holiest thing
Yeah.
Right.
that
Right.
walks, right? We've said before, you know, if Jesus was here at your house, what food would you offer him?
Yeah, we're going to get McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Right?
No.
What food would you offer him?
Yeah.
If you wouldn't offer it to him, then we shouldn't be eating it.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be a holy temple.
Homeboy's having a steak with me.
He's having a steak every night.
Right. Right. You know? But when we're not disciplined and our bodies is the very thing we use to show discipline, then that's where we can give in to sin, because sin is purely flesh. I shouldn't say purely, because you can sin in your heart, you can sin in your
Right.
mind, right?
Right.
But majority of sin
Yeah.
has to be done through the physical.
I'll
Right.
go one step further, and it actually prevents you from being able to do what we're called to
Yes.
in this world, right?
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
is, I think I can't remember the verse, but we're called to essentially protect the innocent.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that if you can't, run across the room.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that ain't happening.
Right.
No.
And I was gonna agree. I was gonna agree with that because when you said it was situational, well, essentially it is. The enemy will attack you where he'll attack you exactly where you're actually called to be and what you're called
Yeah.
to do.
Right.
So if you're called to I don't know, if you're called to be a warrior, if you're called to do something physically, if you're called to go in and do missionary work, but yet you are constantly feeding your body like unhealthy things, or you're addicted to alcohol, or you're addicted to food or whatever, something that makes your body so lazy to even want to do anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all eaten
You
that
are-
that Thanksgiving meal, and we're just like, yo, I'll just lay here.
Right. And
You
it's
know?
just or some people who are addicted to pornography. Well, pornography numbs your brain.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, he attacks your brain because you're called to actually maybe be a leader, maybe be a spiritual leader who's, a shepherd that leads sermons and things like that. And
Yeah.
so it's just, it is situational, and it's dependent because you are a specific body part to the Church of Jesus.
Yeah.
And so whatever you're called to do, the enemy is going to attack you, so you do the opposite. And that's why I feel like the body, soul, spirit, it depends
Yeah.
on what
Where you're
you are
at.
created to be.
Right. Right. I don't know if you saw what I shared in the life group message, but there was a part that said, if what would you be doing if you were 10 times bolder? If
Did you
you're-
want me to read it? Because I have it.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Send it, dude.
Go ahead.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So, me.
So what it was so we go to a life group at our church, at our home church, and I was asked to bring a verse and kind of like what I thought the verse was saying to me. Well, I couldn't really pick one, but it was about our identity in Christ, right? And I really think it ties into it because it ties into what we're talking about, is because if you don't know who you are in Christ, then it's very easy to give in to gluttony. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sin in general.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is what it says. Who are we in Christ? Scripture shows us that we are spirit first, flesh second. It is the spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. John 6:63. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Matthew 26:41. Genesis 2:7 reminds us that God formed our bodies and then breathed his Holy Spirit into us. Life and strength come from the Spirit, and the Spirit was always meant to lead the flesh. Yet we often live in reverse, allowing our flesh, emotions, fears, and an environment to dictate our reactions before giving our spirit a chance to lead. Scripture teaches that our strength is drawn from the Spirit, and when we allow the Spirit to lead, it is stronger than the flesh. This is why Paul urges us to live by the Spirit, not the flesh. Galatians 5:16. Our true identity comes from the Spirit God placed within us, not just what our flesh is capable of. And the more we live by the Spirit, the more capable we become. God does not give the enemy access to our spirit. That authority is surrendered through our own choices. Imagine what you could do and who you would be if you were 10 times bolder than you are right now. If you are not that, then you have allowed fear in your flesh to reduce you. We are called to live spirit-led, not flesh-driven. So your question was, what is one area of your life where you tend to let the flesh lead instead of the spirit? And what might change if the spirit took the lead there?
So if you think of gluttony, that's what's up?
Nothing, man. I'm just so glad that we're on the same team, dude.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. So like gluttony, it's super reactive.
Yeah.
What if so bro, I think about this all the time. Why couldn't Eve just take a second and pray? Like before she bit the apple, why couldn't she just take a second and be like, hold on, let me just chat with God real quick.
Well, this is where I think that sometimes that's where like lust comes in, like the lust for and the pride or whatever. A lot of people think it's pride, but we've talked about this where it could have been all the sins
Yeah.
in one moment.
Yeah.
But I initially brought it up to Justin a while ago. I said maybe it was lust because lust for knowledge, lust for wanting to
Yes,
know and to be
yes.
a leader and to be what God is.
Yep.
Like essentially that's what Satan wanted. He wanted to be more. And so yeah, there's envy in there and things like that, but I don't know. It's just it's really tough
Yeah.
to gauge.
I feel like that what Eve was stuck in is what we are constantly stuck in also. Like
Yeah.
she was reactive, right? She was like, oh, this apple looks good. It looks good for eating. Let me just take this bite.
Yep.
We do that with like everything. Yo, that food looks good. Yo, that porn looks good. Yo, that money looks good over there to steal. Like
Yep.
whatever it is, that looks good to my eyes. It feels good to my flesh. Let me just go get that real quick.
Yep.
Instead of like, let me just take a step back. And let me Eve, just pray. Girl, you should have just prayed. You know what I mean?
True.
Let me check
True.
in with God quick. You know what I mean? Because and same thing with Adam. Adam,
Yeah.
same thing. And you know, I feel like I'm gonna start going all over the place, but like that's why we have to start praying for our wives and the females of this world, because Satan went through the female
Yeah.
to
Right.
lead the man.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at the way the world and society has declined lately,
Yeah.
it's through women.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily through men. It's it's. Let me rephrase
Catered to
that.
women.
Let me rephrase. No. It's not that it's catered to women. It's that the way that this like whole manipulation thing takes place is through women. So
Yeah.
they convince people, whoever convinced women that their place is not where it is,
Yeah.
and then women embrace that,
Yeah.
just as Eve embraced in the garden. And you
Right.
know what? The problem was that Adam didn't do what Adam's job was, which is to
Right.
run over there and slap that apple. Get out of here.
What'd you
Get out of here.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And fight off the enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Adam just kind of sat there and was like, well,
Maybe.
sure.
And there that is something that I've brought up too, because like that I've talked about too. That is the fall of man, and that is the perfect example of what's happening today, where a lot of men are kind of just falling. Their leadership is falling beneath the
Yeah.
woman,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because as much as and whatever people can agree to disagree, but kind of like children say they don't like authority, but they actually
They
are
love
more
it.
at peace when
Yeah.
they have authority.
Yep.
It's the same thing for women.
Yeah.
Women are actually more at peace when they know they're not the one that has to lead.
Yeah.
And so when women feel like they don't have to be in their masculine phase,
Mm-hmm.
they are more comfortable falling back into their feminine because they know that they have a masculine man
Yeah.
or a masculine leader that's willing to take on the struggles of this world head on, and she's not the one that has to make all the decisions.
Yeah.
She's not dealing with decision fatigue because she knows she has somebody that's like,
Yeah.
I know we discussed this, I know we figured out that this is what we wanted, but this is my final decision.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead this.
Right.
lead
And
this.
her being able to trust that he has the family's best intentions and is leading with the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
But because we're lacking that today in a lot of men, women unfortunately are stepping up
Yeah.
and being the spiritual leaders, and that's hard. And it's not really going the way it should.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys ever heard that saying that a lustful man can't lead,
Right.
right?
I have never heard that, but I like it.
Lustful man cannot lead. And that's where I feel like the enemy is attacking, because like look at OnlyFans. Look at
Yeah.
like how fast like pornography is on the rise, or like men giving into pornography,
Yep.
right? And like you said, when men give into those type of lusts, it just numbs their brain. You're not thinking straight.
Yep.
You can't lead, right? So it takes the man out of that power to be able to lead effectively.
Right.
You know, and that's where women are stepping up, you know, trying to lead where they really, you know, they
You can
weren't
say
built
shouldn't.
to.
You can say shouldn't.
Well, yeah, but
I know.
where they shouldn't, where they really can't. They're not designed to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying women don't have, you know, abilities. You have your ability in the proper place, just like
Right.
men have ability in
Right.
the proper place.
And even the same thing when lust attacks women too, because it fairly clearly does,
Right.
because that's where OnlyFans is.
Yeah.
They feel like that's their power.
Yeah.
And it numbs their brain in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
Where they feel prideful and powerful in that sense. And it
I can
Actually,
control this man.
right. Right. It brings down their not their value, but their
Well, that too.
their mindset and what they think is actually like true and valuable.
Yeah.
They think that this is how life should be.
Yeah.
I am only seen through my body. You know, my spirit and my personality doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
And but deep down they want a high value kind of man, but a high value kind of man is not going to want a woman that's like that.
Right.
So
right.
it's unfortunately
Yeah.
it numbs your brain. I mean, women's brains differently than men's.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it's
But
and
that's what I'm saying. I feel like, you know, we always have to be praying for our women.
You're right.
As men, we need to be praying for our women to cut off the attack from the enemy.
agreed.
You know, cut that avenue off. You know what I mean? Because it's one of the most powerful avenues that's like ruining the world today.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Next to money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know why do a lot of men steal? You know, why a lot of men chase money for the women and
Yeah.
the things, and that's all lust. You know, it doesn't have to just be lust of women, it's lust of things, material things too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, lustful man cannot lead, you know? So
Yeah, so I mean, I know gluttony and lust essentially are described as different things, but they kind of feel the
the
same.
same.
Yeah.
The same. You know, and the thing is, like, I think when people fall into lust and gluttony because they're not harming anybody else, they don't view it as bad. But really, it's like when you're destroying yourself and you're reducing yourself, you're really hurting everybody else that's relying on you.
Yeah.
Or everybody else that could thrive through you when you reach your full potential.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like you're holding out, you're doing the world a disservice, you know, when you're reducing
Absolutely.
yourself like that, you know?
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
So it's crazy. That's our morning conversations. You know, we sip tea and
That's
we talk
awesome.
about stuff.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
It's- I mean, we have conversations like that too. man.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
They're very I don't want to always say random, but sometimes random. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't go back to sleep, my mind is just wired.
Yeah.
And I go into a spirit of thankfulness. Like I'm thankful for where God has brought us.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that, like, you know, I'm literally living in the time where I prayed for this.
Yeah.
And so there's so many times where people are like, hey, you know, maybe you should, you know, think about looking at a house, or when are you going to have kids, and when's this, that, and the third going to happen? And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking about the future when I'm already in the future that I prayed for. I'm
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
in what God
Yeah.
blessed me with. So there's times I could get into those mindsets, and then God will bring me completely different places.
Yeah.
So then when he wakes up, I was like, so I was just thinking, and he's like, okay, you're waking up like this. But then, or he'll have a dream that's just so wildly spiritual that he's just like, babe, I just had the craziest dream.
Yeah.
Gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I love those conversations. I love the fact that I'm in a relationship with a man that I can have conversations like that with,
Yeah.
because I never actually dreamed of those things. You dream of like, oh, I want a guy that's funny and smart and all this other stuff, but no, I want a guy that I can
Didn't
actually
get those ones.
Don't you dare! Don't you
Love you,
dare!
bro.
You know good and well that's not what I mean.
He's pretty funny.
You know what I mean.
He makes me giggle.
I mean, me too. No, but I never thought of what a blessing it is to have a man that I can have deep conversations with.
Like grown folk convos.
Yes.
I think about that
Yeah.
all the time. I'm like, I don't know if I can ever have like a deeper, more mature conversation with any other woman except my wife. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just,
That's yeah.
it feels impossible. And I love it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh.
And that's on feeling not just intellectually connected, but just spiritually connected
Yeah.
too. Like that's how you know this was mended by God.
Do you guys, so as you're going throughout like your week, do you ever come to him and be like, so babe, I was thinking, and like blah blah blah, blah whatever that thought is, and he goes, I was thinking that too. Or is it the complete
Yes.
opposite?
No, there's
Oh, okay.
times where that. I mean, it's not every week, but there are definitely times where he'll be like, "So I was thinking," and there are times where like I'll be like, "I was kind of thinking too. When you're done, I'll talk to you about it." And he's just like, "I was thinking blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Well, I don't need to talk to you anymore." That's literally what I was thinking.
Yeah, I feel like we have those moments a lot where she'll message me, hey babe, what do you think about blah, blah, blah? I'm like, I was just gonna talk to you about
Yes,
that.
yes.
You know what I mean? And it
Yes.
just feels like so spiritually connected.
Yes.
You know, and or like she'll be like, I feel like God's been putting this on my heart. I'm like, yo, same here.
Yep.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? It's like I wouldn't want to have that with anybody else. You know
Agreed.
what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like I
agreed.
can't imagine my life without it.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
What's up, babe?
Yeah, no, we do. We have those moments a couple times.
Yeah.
And it won't even be about like deep spiritual moments either. A lot of times it's like humor related.
Yeah.
It's like he'll send me a video on something and it will remind me of something else that, you know, a quote from something else. He's like, dude, I literally thought the same thing. It's just even on the childish levels,
Yeah.
it's just funny.
Oh, we are very childish.
Yeah.
You have
We
to
are.
be.
Like we are so childish, man.
Yes.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So, why don't we share some things that? So you said I literally prayed to be here, right? I would love to take a moment and just like dabble in, because we could be here all day talking about
Yes.
things that we've prayed for and the
For
Lord
sure.
has delivered. But what are some major things that we could give some backstory to people that are watching? Things that we've prayed for and be like, yo, I'm literally living it now. God delivered it like this. Like, because I just want to give the glory to God and just really, you know, brag on him and, you know, how faithful he can be, you know, to people that may be out there watching like, man, you know, I've been praying for this thing and I ain't seen it yet. It's like, yo,
Right.
sometimes you just got to wait a little longer,
Right.
because Kim waited 10 years.
Yes, I did.
Yo,
It's actually
10 years.
It's actually like looking back, it's actually 12.
Oh my goodness.
It's 12 years. But I mean, I'm putting it out there. I was celibate for 10.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was
So when y'all think you wait in a while, but here's the thing. So in those 10 years,
yeah.
right, you were praying for a husband.
Yes.
And on the outside, how many times did people say, Kim, you just got to go meet somebody.
Yes.
You just got to go meet somebody. Hey, you know what? I have a friend, blah, 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 that I think you'd be awesome for.
Yeah, a lot of people, or it was Well, it's kind of funny because your mom did the same thing, but it was a lot of mothers coming up to me and be like, "You have to meet my son." But the way his mom approached it was she genuinely loved the interaction she saw between mom and I, and how playful we were, because that's exactly how her and Justin are. They're very playful, sarcastic with each other, and she's like, she really was.
Can you elaborate on playful? Like I specifically getting stabbed with a fork.
Like
Yes, internet. My mother has stabbed me with not just a fork. It was a barbecue fork. So the thing that's like this long.
Go ahead, bro. Explain yourself because
Yeah.
she's not here to defend herself.
So I was just being innocent and minding my own business, and out of nowhere,
I folded the
I was-
towels and everything.
I was rabidly attacked with a barbecue fork.
he was slapping his mother with the
That's
towel.
slapping, whipping.
Oh, okay. So there you go. He's testifying to it right now. He was whipping his mother with
Well,
a kitchen
slapping
towel.
is you can't slap someone with a towel. It's just weird.
No, you actually can slap somebody with a towel.
Only if it's wet.
Wind them. Well, still, it's
All
a
right.
towel.
Well, let's get a
Wait.
towel.
Let's do this. Let's
Let's
edit it in. Let's just
Come on.
quickly edit it in. Yeah.
make sure it's wet so it hurts way more.
Way more. Yeah. So he was.
We used to do that. We would wet the end of it just a
Oh,
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes.
That's like her too. So
Yeah.
don't let her think she's innocent.
Yeah.
She would give me back.
Yes, this is true. But so yes, his mother and him, like they wrestle a little bit. too.
Wrestled.
They wrestled.
Actually, the
No,
other
you
day we
just
did.
did it the
Yeah,
other
we
day.
did. Yeah.
Okay.
We were at the house for
She wanted some.
a birthday dinner, and when everybody was getting ready to leave, he's literally wrestling his mother.
Oh, jeez.
She thought she had it, and
Yeah.
I just said no.
You had
Yeah.
to let her know the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just had to. Just gotta let her know what's up. You know.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you just need to like throw your mother over your shoulder and just walk around the room with her for a
Put
little
her in
bit.
a headlock.
No, I don't even need to. I
Mom,
can
the
just-
meatloaf.
Ma!
But yeah, so essentially,
We hit it,
Dude.
dude.
Episode 18, bro.
We haven't learned yet.
We are episode
Italian.
18.
yes, he's used to speaking.
That's what I
with
thought. I don't know my head.
These are things happen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Stick
so
it to
you
him.
you prayed for this man.
I did.
Who
I
yokes
prayed-
up his
I
mother.
prayed for this man. I did.
No, you pray for something worse than me. You got something better.
I don't. That's weird. I don't know how to respond. I mean, you are better than what I would
I
have dreamt.
surpassed your expectations.
Yes,
Oh,
I
that's
mean
what
that's.
I'm trying
I
to
mean, but
say.
that's all God's plan, you know.
God delivered something
Yeah.
better than you ever prayed for.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
He said, "That's right." Giggity.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, that was my 10 years. You know, people just saying the cliche things like, you know, oh, you just wait and see. It'll happen when you least expect it. And it's like
Facts.
two years into celibacy and 4 years into being single, and you're just like, okay,
Yeah. When?
yeah. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I've talked to certain people. I haven't, I'm not saying dated around, but like I've talked to people and had conversations with men and things like that, but they weren't like,
I like that.
they weren't,
Doesn't sound good in my headphones.
I don't like that.
but I knew that it wasn't God.
Yeah.
And so there were times where I was just like, I had to remind myself, I am not desperate.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yep.
I am not desperate. I am not desperate to be with just anybody, because if I genuinely just didn't want to be alone, I could be with anybody.
Very true.
If I wanted to go out and just sleep with somebody, that could happen. It's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
really don't like the sound of that.
but you know, it's genuinely sitting there and understanding that I really have to be patient.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people everybody, let me rephrase that. Everybody has a problem with being patient.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe that the Lord cares more about our character than our comfort. It's something that I say all the time.
Yeah.
So when I feel like when the Lord hasn't delivered it yet, either it's not the right time or you're not in the right place.
Yes. Yeah.
Like heart mentality.
10 years to get in the right place.
No, that wasn't it. I think
What
that.
took you so long?
Whoa.
Do you know how much I went through in those 10 years? It's all your
what
fault.
happened to me in those 10 years?
By your own choice and decisions, you took your time, and while I sat there patiently
Well, I guess
waiting.
you could look at it
You know
differently.
what?
What took you so long, bruh?
Yeah. You know what? So I sent her a meme the other day. It was very, do you remember it?
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, it was like 2 stick figure drawings. It was like this dude this dude was like, "Oh, this feels so right." And then he like turns to her and he's like starts screaming at her like, "Where were you? What took you so long?" Dude, it was hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel this on every level.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I think that too, like in my time of waiting, I had to get to a point where, which I guess did take a while. When other
See?
people, you stop it. When other people received what they prayed for,
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
needed to get out of my own head
Yeah.
and understand that they got exactly what they prayed for,
Yeah.
and if they can get it, I know that God will also like give it to me. Like it was almost me holding on to hope that God is the God of promises and he's
Yeah.
the God who is faithful, and it's like I had to refocus myself on being happy for other people, genuinely being in joy when people said that they were engaged or when people said they were having babies, to the point where I cried for people because I was so excited for them, and understanding that, it's not my time yet.
Yep.
I got to that point, and then I 1 year, and Stephen actually remembers when this happened. Back in 2020, I was supposed to go to Scotland. I was supposed to go to school overseas, and I had set up everything so that I could go. And obviously COVID happened and I couldn't go. So I was at my wit's end, and I was just like, okay, God, I know that like the waiting period is tough. So what can I do for you in my waiting period? Even though like that's been a question that I've had this whole time, but obviously this is you shifting me
Right.
and shifting a plan that I thought was in place and thought that you were part of.
Yeah.
Right.
So, okay, what do I do? And I remember I got to such a broken spot that I surrendered all of my desires to God. I like, anytime I thought of them, I had to change my mind. And I said, no, Jesus, these are yours. Like
Yeah.
they're not mine to think of anymore.
Yeah.
And I just got to a point where any moment that I felt like I was sad for being alone, sad that, everybody else around me was getting what they prayed for. It's like, no, these are things I should be happy about.
Yeah.
Or sad when I'm going home and my apartment's empty and it's
Yeah.
just me. I had to just rethink and readjust my thinking and just completely chase after God and only what he had for me. And I know that sounds so cliche and weird, but it's like, it was even physically me, taking drives and listening to worship music so that I couldn't, so that I would like block out going home to an empty house, or going out and randomly taking walks or whatever, just physically changing my location and getting to a point where I genuinely was like, I'm locked on God, so that I had my moment and my time to think. But at the end of that year, 2020, we had the prayer room and we were doing 24-hour worship, and Stephen was playing the guitar and I was singing, and I
remember
was,
this.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too.
and I won't say names, but one of the elders at the time came up to me in the middle of my set as I was singing.
Who is normally a man of prophecy. He's one of the
Yes,
prophetic
very
men in
prophetic
our
man.
church.
But also, to be fair, we barely spoke. Like we just
Right,
don't
right,
talk.
right.
And it's not because we don't want to. It's just we just don't talk.
Doesn't-
Yeah.
Right.
And he came up and he said, "I have a word for you, and I need you to hear me." I said, "Okay."
Now, right in the middle of the song.
Right
mind
in the
you.
middle of me singing. And he said, "God is going to bring you a man that is so on fire for him that it's going to make you question your own faith."
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I was like, "Wait, what?" He goes,
Mm.
"Just keep doing what you're doing." And it was such a confirmation for me that I was like, "Okay, God, I'm in the right place. I'm going to go home. I'm going to pray this out. I'm going to pray for it." And like 2 months later, I meet this guy. And it's not even like, "Oh my gosh, he's the one," you know, it's
Yeah.
like it wasn't, it was just, we met in a common area
Yep.
amongst other like-minded people, and few months later, then we started becoming friends and we started just having casual conversations, and genuinely we formed an actual friendship.
Yeah.
And it all kind of just led from there, you
Yeah.
know. And that's what I prayed for, and that's what God actually confirmed that he was going to bring me. And it's just incredible that this is exactly
Where you wanted to be.
where I wanted to
What
be.
you prayed for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you went to Scotland, do you think you would have ended up with an Irish fella?
Or a Scottish fella.
Well, you never know. You might have went for a bit. You found yourself a wee Irish lad. That you
Well,
would
you
have
know,
brought
it was
home.
kind of funny. The night that I met him, we were all sitting around. It was what we called the 12. And
I remember that.
A bunch of younger adults. And we were talking about accents, and he actually started speaking in his Irish accent. And I said, "Oh, this guy is like talented." Then he went to a British accent, then he went to an Arabic accent. I was like, "Dude, this guy he's gifted." Like, I was blown away.
He has my heart. He could do every accent.
It was so weird. I'm like, wow, he's pretty talented. And yeah, I just remember leaving, and my friend that I came with, I was like, "Hey, that kid was pretty, talented." She's like, "What?" I mean, it was fine. It's just I don't know if that was like God like bookmarking it, you know.
Yeah.
So this is going to be your
Maybe
future.
there would have been another Australian fella that followed you out there to Scotland, and maybe he would have courted you or something.
Taking you out back
Tell
there.
you what, though. Tell you what. Since you didn't go, he got the best of all three. And an American.
I
How
did.
about that?
I did. I got the best.
So like he doesn't have to change his wigs, he just changes accents.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you get a different man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is that cheating? If she's, if I put on
You
an
should switch
Australian
the accent and be like, "How dare you, babe?" What's his name? Who is he?
Well, let me tell you, my name is Steve from IT. Not to take away from the moment. Sorry. I didn't-
Yeah.
But that is, yeah.
But yeah, so sorry, it was very long-winded, but that's essentially
No, it requires that. That's
Yeah.
a story that requires some background.
You can't just summarize something
No.
like that because you miss very important details.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I think in that time, now granted it was 10 years, you know, and I feel like when it's that lengthy of a time, I feel like God is trying to test the heart saying, you know, do you love me
Yep.
more than what you're asking?
Well, and that's good that you asked that, because that also came to mind that like probably 5 years into my journey with the Lord at this point, because it was a walk with God every day. I also had to realize that I worshiped my family more than I worshiped God. Like, you guys were my priority way more. Like, and it's weird, like when I would tell people that, I would say, I worship my family more than I worship God, and I got to fix that. And they were like, "Well, what brought you to that conclusion?" It's like, because anytime there's a moment where I think that maybe God wants me to serve and I'm like, oh, hang on, I got to talk to my mom first, or I got
Yeah.
to see if she needs help with something, which isn't a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
These are good things to honor your parents, honor your mother and your father, honor your family and things. These are all good things. These are all things God has blessed me with.
Mm-hmm.
But even good things can get in the way and can be distractions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, even helping with the kids and things like that, it's like, what is getting in the way of
Yeah.
my walk and my journey with the Lord, and what's keeping me back from going further? And I think at that point, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, maybe I'll go to school in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when it really started in me, like a separate journey on my own. If being a wife and being a mother isn't in the cards, which I also got to when I surrendered all my desires.
Yeah.
I got to a point where I was like, I'm okay if it doesn't happen,
Yeah.
which is a hard place to get to. But you have to get there.
Yeah, and imagine if you cut that stint short and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to try to find my man myself.
Yeah, man.
I
And
feel
there's
like a
been
lot of
times.
people, they get to that point where they're like, I'll do it, or maybe not on a conscious level,
Mm-hmm.
but in their heart they're just like, well, maybe I just need to put more effort into whatever
Yeah.
XYZ is.
Yeah.
And then maybe God will move.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're just prolonging it even more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, there's times where we've talked about, like, praying is powerful.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Praying is powerful. But what footsteps are you putting forward in your prayers?
Yeah.
Like, you pray and then you're partnering with God, but then there's got to be action to what you're praying for, So
Actually, we just talked about that a few episodes ago about, like planting the seed and then then watering it
Yeah.
instead of just like planting it and then doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what's the next step?
right. He gave you a hand and a bucket to be able to water it.
Right.
He's not just, he can rain for as long he like pour down rain or whatever, but
Right.
he created you because he wants to partner with you for a reason.
Yep.
Gotta put that work in.
Yeah.
And sometimes that work, I know, we're talking about doing physical work and doing something, but for instance, in Kim's scenario, the work was waiting. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, a lot of us can just be just good workers. Like, well, work. But it's like, sometimes you have to know when to skim it back and work on that patience.
Yeah, and even I even got to a point where it was in a term where, how when you're a waitress or you're a waiter,
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you're in the waiting, but really you're serving the Lord.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I get you, God? What can I do for you, Lord?
Yeah.
Where do you need me to be?
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like those are the ways that I had to think.
Yeah. Fixing your focus.
Right.
Right.
And so sometimes waiting isn't just literally sitting there waiting.
Yeah, right.
It means that you're actually doing something valuable to God, because he's like, are you only going to be happy when I bring you your man?
Right.
Yeah. Are you only going to be happy when I bring you your children? Are you only going to be happy when I actually answer your prayers? What are you doing for me?
Yeah.
And I know that our God is way more faithful than that, but essentially it's getting out of my own selfishness and getting out of what's distracting me and focusing on what God actually wants me to do.
Yeah. God isn't just your sugar daddy.
Right.
And the reality is people, when we get into our prayer closet, we give him the laundry list of things that we ask of him.
Yeah.
But hardly. I mean, we may ask, like, Lord, what is it that you want me to do? Oh, by the way, Lord, I'm asking for a financial breakthrough. But what is it that you want me to do, Lord? Whatever it is you want me to do.
Yeah.
But Lord, so today, can I do? You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like there's always like that tit for tat.
Yeah.
But what if God doesn't want that tit for tat? He
No.
wants you to be all in on him first.
You know what we started doing every night when we pray together is it pretty much like we occasionally ask for whatever, but the most part it's being thankful for him and who he is and for his sacrifice.
Yes.
Like that's the beginning and end of the prayer is that.
Yes.
And then everything in between,
Yeah.
whatever, God,
Yep.
this is what we would like, but if that's not in your will, then so be it.
Amen. Right. I feel
Yeah.
like we pray the same way. Lately
Yeah.
we've been talking about, like, this would be awesome. This is what we want. But Lord, if our heart right now is we're thinking about storing up treasures on earth, we don't want that.
Right.
We don't want that. We want what you want us to have, and we say that all the time, that like we are rich.
Yes.
Jesus,
are.
we are rich.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be monetarily, because not a lot of people have this type of relationship.
That's right.
This type of relationship.
Yep.
And then when we hear other people going through turmoil, we're like, yo, I am so glad that I'm rich.
What did I tell you
Yeah, we
today?
were
I'm
just talking
so
about that
glad
today, dude.
Yeah.
that I am rich with love, and that our marriage is on a godly foundation.
Yeah.
And that our household is in a godly order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when you don't have that, there's so much turmoil.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when we hear about that and we see about it, we're like, babe, I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for, and then we catch ourselves in prayer, like, Lord, we are thankful that you are leading us.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because man, life just sucks without it.
Agreed.
Life sucks without Jesus.
Yeah.
But you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice in order to get that. You have to sacrifice your flesh
Yeah.
in order to get what's better.
Yeah.
Like, because that thing that your flesh is desiring or lusting, there's always something better on the other side.
Yep.
On the opposite side of that.
Yeah.
Right.
No, agreed.
So yeah.
I know, it was just wild because we genuinely had that same conversation as he was on his way home today. He asked me what, like, kind of like how my day went or what I was thinking. I said, if I'm being honest, like, I genuinely am just so happy. Like, I'm in a place where God's really brought us to, I don't even know. We're just thankful.
Yeah.
And which I appreciate that he led that prayer. I don't know, it was the end of last year that he started saying, Lord, we're just going to start just thanking you. I don't want to ask you for anything,
Yeah.
because anything that you could have done that's further than what you've already done is you've already done way more
Yeah.
than enough, you know? And so just being completely happy and thankful. But I said, there's times where I'll sit there and I'll listen to some of my friends that are in relationships that are having a hard time, just simply communicating with each other,
Yo,
and how
that is
like atrocious it is.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Well,
I don't
like,
have that.
if somebody's venting to you and you're like, well, did you talk to him about it? No, I can't. It's like,
Dude, yeah.
I feel sorry
Yeah.
for you, because
Yeah.
this whole ordeal could be
Just avoided.
if you guys would just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It may not start out as being easy though. 'cause
Sure.
It definitely didn't for us.
No,
Agreed,
No, it
yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't. You have to learn.
To grow together.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you have to learn how to navigate that,
Yeah.
because everybody's different, Me, I was the one that always wanted to talk it all out. We are talking this out. And
Yes,
she was like,
yes.
no, we're not.
At least
Yeah.
not right now.
Yeah. Not right now,
I need time to
right.
Process
Right.
this.
Yeah.
And not like she wasn't doing it like a controlling way. She never talked things out like
Sure.
that
Yeah.
before. You know what I mean? So, and me, I'm like, no,
what you did.
we need to communicate.
Yes,
If we want to
yes.
work through this and avoid this next time, we need to communicate.
Yeah.
But she needed to process.
Yeah.
She processed way differently than I did.
Yes.
She processed internally and then was able to externally.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I was like, I was so external. Whoever's around me was getting it.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody gonna hear
Yes,
what's
you
going
are.
on. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna catch this. You know what I mean? If we get caught in the elevator, you getting it.
Well, it's funny because when I would tell him, I said, talking to him about how different my brothers are and how similar they are. A lot of them actually, Stephen used to be very short tempered. He used to be. He's not really. No. He's very patient.
He is.
He's more patient than my other brothers are, I can say, in the regard of temperament. But I said, when Steven's frustrated, he just gets more sarcastic and snarky. And it's funny. Part of you wants to laugh because what he says is so witty and offhand, but at the same time, you're so mad that he just called you out. You're just like, I don't know if whether to laugh or be offended.
Dave, is that true? Well, I don't really do that to you.
Yeah, I don't really.
I don't mean
I'm
to
his
though.
sister, though. That's
Yeah.
different. Like he's gonna be.
Yeah, I gotta
He's
do it to
gonna
my
be
little
rude
brother.
to me.
It's different. You're not really
It's different.
Like that.
Yeah.
No, like growing up, that's how you were, though.
But Kim always knew how to push my buttons though.
Well, we were the closest. In
I
age.
know, but like I could be so mad at something, dude, and I I could just say something off the cuff, and she'd be like, "Sure you won't," and just stare at me. "Sure you won't." I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah, but who was always turning the music up in the car on the way?
Him.
I was.
He was-
I would mess with
he
her.
was-
I had to. It was my job. I was her older brother. It's my
Yeah.
job.
I wasn't a morning person. He was. Everything he like, and the car that he would push buttons in used to be his. He knows how they work. Why are you pushing these buttons?
Yeah.
He's like, what does this button do? What does this button do? I'm like, you know what it does. You gave me the car.
Yo, there was one time we were on our way. So we drove into college together. Shout out to community college.
Yep.
8 years at a community college. What movie's that from?
How is that? How high?
How high?
Yeah.
So we were on our way into Hudson Valley one time, and like Kim said, she was not. I don't know if she is now, but she was not a morning person. And I used to wake up. I have been a morning person for as
You
long as I can
still
remember.
are.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'd get in the car, and she, just the resting bee face all day. Wouldn't want to
This
talk.
cute little thing
Bro.
having a resting.
Bro, she'd get in the car and be no music, no nothing on the way down.
Yep.
So I'd mess with her. There was one morning, it was fall time.
Yeah, I remember this.
Fall time. We were going down, we were coming down through Boston Spa, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, we're not about to go this entire trip in silence. So it was kind of raining out, and she puts the windshield wipers on, and there was a leaf that was stuck in the windshield wipers. And as it's going like this, it's just slow, and the windshield, the leaf is going up and back, up and back. And I just start pretending like the leaf is screaming. Yo, she flipped. She flipped out,
I
bro.
did. I did. I'm like, are you for real? And he's just like, he just sat over there with just this grin on his
Oh my
face.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then he
That's some
turned up
stuff
the
I would do.
music. He started pushing buttons again. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be the longest 30 minutes of my life.
This is the last morning ride I'm taking you to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it happened every
I have
morning
to.
after that still.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, at least it
awesome.
wasn't like with JR when he broke the Pop Tart over the guy's face.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. That's a different podcast.
Yeah,
though.
different podcast.
We need to have him on to tell that story.
Oh, yeah.
I would, yes, 100%. Now that we have all 4 mics,
Yeah.
he's got to be on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but the communication definitely between you two was different, but now it's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I think people have to understand that, I think like when I talk to people, about like relationship stuff and then we talk about communication, like, yeah, I have talked to her about that. I have talked to him about that. It's like, how many times?
Sure.
Like once, twice, it may not take 1 or 2 times. It may take 10 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to be persistent about talking about it.
Sure. Sure.
You know what I mean? And you both have to be on some type of middle ground. Like first of all, if you're going to get married, you have to be you have to be willing to be on a middle ground
Yeah.
on most things,
Yeah.
because the man is supposed to lead and the woman is supposed to be the backbone and the helper,
And
right?
the support. Yeah.
And the support. If the woman is doing something wrong, the man should be like, hey, we got to be over here.
Yep.
You're over there, we got to be over here. And the woman should be doing the same thing. Hey, that doesn't work like that. We need to change some things.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah, it's like walking around Hobby Lobby with her. No, we got to be over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, this way. But the communicating is what's going to find out that middle ground,
Right.
And one thing that I remember saying to quite a few of my friends that, when they got into arguments with their significant other, they'd be out for blood. They'd be out
Yes.
for blood.
Yeah, dude.
And one thing I remember, I still stand on it, especially now that I have an amazing wife. When you're arguing, you can't talk to her like she's one of your boys.
Agreed.
She is still your wife. You got to talk to her.
Especially when you're arguing.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
She is not your boy. She is not another family member. She is your wife.
Right.
And vice versa. When you are yelling at your husband, which it really shouldn't get to that point.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be out for blood. That's your
Right.
husband. If you are not going to respect each other during an argument, like there's no respect at all.
Right.
You know what I
Agreed.
mean? So it's one thing that I say a lot. I'm like, when Monica and I are arguing, which don't really happen, you
Right.
know, I'm talking to her as my wife.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I chose her for a reason. She's my wife.
Yeah.
don't you talk to my wife like that.
Yeah. Who you think you are, boy? You know, I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, and even just if you're trying to hold on to a relationship, if you're talking to one of your friends, you're talking to a friend. You're not
Yep.
talking to some stranger. You know what I mean? So many friendships fall out because they just start talking and yelling at each other like complete enemies.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? I've heard family members say other thing to family members. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
y'all are acting like you ain't family.
Yep.
Calling it, you know, crazy names and stuff like that. It's like you guys just completely black out and forget who you are.
Agreed.
And that's why things fall apart. you
Yeah,
know?
and I do where I see so say you said something to one of our family members in confidence when they are starting to argue with you, all of a sudden that
Oh yeah.
is then a weapon that they
Right.
form against you, that they start, you know, trying to
Right.
dagger you with. You're like, dude,
Yeah.
okay, so now you have just confirmed that I can't tell you anything.
Right.
And now you've just
Right.
confirmed that anything I tell you in confidence, you have now weaponized against
Hey,
me.
that's a Proverbs. I forget which one it is, but you know, a gossip breaks trust.
Yep.
Yeah.
A gossiper breaks trust. You know. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's a form of, I shouldn't say it's a form of gossip, but you know, when people get into arguments or feuds, first thing they want to do is just go tell people, you know,
Yep.
yo, did you hear? Did
Yeah.
you hear? Guess what they did? You know, so
Yeah. No, it's just not, it's not good. It's not a good place to be,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
It does. It stinks because when you do, when I do give some people advice, it really does break my heart that they're at such a place where they're just so angry with one another.
Yeah.
Every time, dude.
Come on.
Every time, dude.
That's
It's to
3
watch.
times
It's to
during-
It's to watch, yeah.
Um,
But they're just so angry with one another, and there's times where all I really can do is just pray for them because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know how else to explain it because I don't want to sit there and blast people's
right.
business
right,
either.
right,
No,
yeah.
but when they come running to you thinking that you can fix their problem,
Yeah.
Agreed.
you know,
Yeah.
that's a common thing that I think
Yeah.
that we see.
Yeah, big time.
People
Yeah, we
run
tend
to you
we tend
because
to
they
be the
think you have it
middleman,
all figured out, and maybe we do more so than they do, but
right?
we can't.
No.
We can't.
Why
straighten
are
out
you
your
talking to me
problem.
about it? You need to talk to, if you're coming
Yeah.
to me to ask like what to do next,
Sure.
okay, but there has to be action
Sure.
after this conversation. You know what I mean? And like one thing that I've had happen to me a lot of times is somebody will come to me and ask my advice,
Yep.
right? And it'd be kind of the same advice over and over again.
Yes.
And then they do the opposite all the time.
All the time.
And then they come back, dude, this is what happened. It's like, didn't we just talk about this?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not just once. We've talked about it 5 times.
Right. One of the pastors actually told me because that was me in college. Like I felt like I was the therapist.
Yeah.
And, you know, he said to me, if they come up to you and they talk to you about the same thing, ask them, is this the same thing we're going to talk about that we talked about yesterday? Well, yeah. What did we talk about yesterday? What did I say for you to do? Oh, well,
Right.
you told me to do this. Okay, great. You go do that.
Yeah.
And then you come back if there's something that's different that you want to talk about, but I'm done talking to you about this.
Yeah.
He goes, because just because God told you to love other people does not mean that you allow the toxicity of other
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
And so you can love them
Yeah.
by telling them the truth, and you can love them by allowing them to actually do something on their own.
Yeah.
And
What
that
is
was
it-
like,
What is
powerful.
it that the Andy says? Loving messy people out of their mess is messy.
yes.
That's the best way to do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, we've talked about this.
yeah.
You're on your own now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, one thing that I always say is like, okay, well, if this is what we're talking about, history has shown. Like I
Yeah.
always tell them, like, history has shown that, you do this and it doesn't work out. Then you
Yeah.
come to me and we ask. And I'm not saying I'm all wise, but you're asking me for my advice.
Agreed.
I've given you this advice and
Yep.
you've tried everything except my advice.
Yep.
So I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done talking about it,
Yeah.
you know?
There's like when
He's really good at that too.
Yeah, so I mean, well, this is when I was coaching boxing. Like I would tell somebody what to do, and I would teach them how to do it, and I would show them step by step how to do X, Y, and Z, and then I would say, okay, do it, and then they would mess it up. Okay, here's fix this, go ahead and do it again, and they would do it again, and until it got to a point where like, if I show you the same thing 4 or 5 times and you don't do what I'm telling you to do,
Yeah.
I just stop.
Yeah.
I just shut right off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. No,
Yeah.
you don't want to do what I'm telling you to do.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
That's,
Tried it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's very similar.
if they're not trying.
Right.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
important.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
If they're trying, I'll put in the effort. But like if you're just straight up not trying to do the thing that I'm telling you to do,
Yeah.
all right,
Different
well,
story.
See you later.
Different
You get like 2 times.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And then if you don't do it, okay, whatever
Yeah.
happens, happens.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't care more than you.
It's true. And I've carried that burden a lot.
Yes.
She has to tell me all the time. And I actually have to tell her a lot too. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that call her too. And I'm like, babe, why are they calling you? Are you in the middle of it? Why are they calling you?
Yeah.
You can't care about somebody else's problems more than they care about them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And if they're not willing to make the adjustments that are required,
Right.
then, well,
Right.
there you go. There's your answer.
It's one thing if they're
ya.
if they're venting and it's about something that they don't have control over.
Sure.
I get it. We can vent. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Sure.
Eventually, we have to kind of let it go,
Agreed.
right? Because if you can't do anything about it, then
You really
you're-
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are choosing to stay in this mental space.
Agreed.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? But if there's something you can do about it, it's like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do we got for time?
We're at 123.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
dude,
I
time
mean-
flies
It
when
does.
there's all 4 of us here.
Yeah, it does.
It
That
does.
felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I know. We just have
Yeah.
so much that, like, I don't know.
I love how natural it is
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like maybe all of us. This could be our own life group ministry.
yeah.
For real though.
Yeah.
Can
know
we
what I mean?
live stream this and make it like a
We
live
could.
stream live group?
Yeah, because that thing live streams.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So
Good
but
to
Maybe down the road, but
yeah. You know, we'll
You
one
are
thing-
excused.
Yeah. One thing, you know, I'll just talk to you guys about this, and then we'll cut it out, and I'll edit it out. But this whole week, I feel like, and it's not something that I thought of myself. It just popped into my head, so I've been just praying on it, and I just want to talk to you guys about it, get your input. I feel like we should change the podcast name to Risen.
Babe, I had that thought upstairs today.
Be-
It's almost like we just talked about this.
because peak performance is cool, but I think Risen is way more than fitness. Like raise your standards in every area, right?
Right. Right.
And it just gives us so much more room to talk. I think that's what we stand on,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
raising people up from where they are to a higher place
Sure.
through Jesus.
Yeah.
You
What
know
are
I
your
mean?
thoughts on that, baby?
Fitness to like literally everything. Like
Yeah.
we talked about fitness today. We talked about marriage. We talked about friendship.
Yeah.
Like we hit it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. we did.
But we don't need to make a decision right now. I just want to share my thoughts with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not really opposed to it at all, actually. What I was about to say before we ended this, to plug it, is the sweatshirt that you're wearing right now.
For
Oh, yeah?
sure, man.
Wow.
We need to plug the hell out of that. So like
Yeah.
if you want to get up and like do a little 360
Oh yeah.
and
I'll just
show
do a
the
little
cameras
turn.
of
So-
like what are
So really quick,
Some-
baby, just before you do that, introduce it so that he can edit it in there.
I think I just did.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You know
but
what?
he was
You know
still
what?
talking.
I actually I'm gonna leave it in there because I like being open and transparent.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna leave it in there because if we do make the change,
Okay.
Yeah.
then it'll be a good segue into, hey y'all, if you've been following the episodes, you know that we decided, you know,
Yeah.
Sure.
talking about changing
That's
it.
cool. I mean, I'm cool with that. I think we need to change the logo.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll be a That'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll sit down,
Okay.
design something.
Yeah.
So go ahead, plug
Yeah.
the plug.
But
the
yeah,
thing, baby.
dude.
Yeah,
so like we from a couple episodes ago, right? We have the good old fashioned do what's
see it?
required.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I'll move to your right.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah. Do what's required. It is. Yeah, we talked about it when we had Sarah on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And we'd been working on trying to make something cool
Yeah.
for a sweatshirt in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like, I guess technically not Peak Performance Podcast anymore as of 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Now the Risen Podcast.
Risen Podcast.
That is our #1 piece
It
of
is.
merch, dude.
It is. Yeah.
So there you go.
And because it's like what we stand on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do what's required in every area of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah. So I guess it's, thanks for sticking around on the Risen Podcast.
Yeah, I
you know?
guess.
We'll definitely, mess with the logo a little bit and,
Yeah.
you know.
So like, yeah, from episode 19 going forward, we need to remember that
Yeah.
it is going to be
Risen.
the Risen
Risen
Podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the
Risen.
Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Risen Podcast. Yeah.
See,
Thank
now
God
all
for
I can think
editing.
about,
Yeah,
all I can
yeah.
think about is some weird broccoli-haired kid being like, "Oh, yo, it's the Risen Podcast."
Oh,
Like,
stop.
son of a.
There's gonna be some clowns.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo, you
Comes
got
with the
so much
territory.
Riz on that Risen
I
Podcast.
know, I know.
Watch Jalen be the first one to do it. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, y'all's risen.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. We know what we stand on.
God.
Yeah.
There's something I was just gonna say. Oh, yeah, we gotta rebrand everything too. So
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little bit to
Yeah, we gotta redo the Instagram.
yeah, I wonder how easy that is to change around.
5 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, it was fun having y'all on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was
It was good.
nice.
I think this is actually might be the future of this whole entire setup.
Yeah.
Is all 4 of us.
Yeah, I love it. It feels wholesome.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
Nobles and the Michaels together, man. It's just
Yeah.
it just feels right.
Everybody knows my last name now.
Well, I'm
we
not
didn't-
gonna put that in there.
Yeah, we
Ah,
are. Yeah, we are.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
All
I don't
right.
care. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I think this needs it, and this is the other thing. So I set everything up because Frank, when he was talking to me, he was like, I think you guys should be life group leaders, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, and he really wasn't just talking to us. He was like, I think you, Justin, and Kimmy should all team up.
He said that?
That's what he said.
He did, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it just seems like you guys have a type of chemistry that could bring a lot.
You share a vision.
He did.
You
yeah.
share a vision.
Right.
Okay.
So
Include yourself in there.
yeah.
Include-
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what that's what Frank said to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, when he was sharing that, I was like, well, we already have the podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think it's just supposed to grow into something like this.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So-
To bring God glory, absolutely.
Right. You know?
I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too. It's
I am down with the sickness.
down with the sickness.
Is it a song?
Yes.
That is a
Yeah.
Disturbed song.
I used to lift to it back in high school.
Yeah, say, oh, we're not allowed to talk about this anymore.
Oh, I
YouTube, we're gonna
know,
get
I know,
copy strike,
I know.
copyright strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, he had me listening to "I Can Only Count to 4."
Oh
on the
my
whole
God,
trilogy
dude.
After.
So you
Shit,
know,
yeah.
all right. So, Bodies by Drowning Pool.
Yep.
All right. So there is like a Muppets remix of that, and it is hilarious. We'll play it after the
we'll show
podcast.
you
You know what? Let's make it the outro to this podcast,
Okay.
and I will play it for you after.
It's
Okay.
so funny.
Is
It's kind
Is
of
it
cute.
Is it worse than the campfire song? Paula used to sing the campfire song all the
No.
time. Have you ever heard the campfire song?
No, this is actually. I mean, it's catchy. This one's.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good.
I didn't know if it was like the campfire song and the song that never ends.
Oh no,
Okay,
no,
alright,
that's it's
alright.
not annoying like
Alright,
that.
no.
It's just. I think it's funny.
literally Bodies by Drowning Pool, except with different lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. So it's like
cool.
almost like a parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
but it's
gotcha.
for children.
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no swearing or anything. It's
Yeah,
it's
fair.
literally Hermit singing "I Can Only Count to 4."
Well, Kermit.
Kermit, sorry.
so well.
He's
did
not
she
a,
say
he's not a
hermit?
crab.
Did she say hermit?
He ain't a crab, dude.
Hermit
He's a
the frog.
He's a lonely frog.